Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're talking about Muzi Sibiya, the bloody confession, the Buthelezi brothers, and why Baloyi is continuously talking about this because it's not making sense. Before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed today. Please make sure you are following the channel in every other online platforms. Please make sure that you are liking the videos and you are watching up until the end. That helps the channel to grow. Thank you so much. Today, guys, now I don't understand why I was still talking about the Buthelezi brothers. I don't understand. Okay, I'm not illegal anything. Maybe that's why. I don't understand why we are talking about the Buthelezi brothers. I don't understand why we are talking about the entire confession of Muzi. I don't understand why Baloyi is cross-examining Muzi on that. Can someone please on the comment section educate me because I'm confused? Didn't Baloyi and Mukhola say, sorry, didn't Gininda, I mean to say, Gininda and Mukhola say that during their evidence in chief and the cross-examination that the so-called confession of Muzi was misleading? Didn't they? That's what my memory serves me, that they said it's misleading. Fine, let's talk about that confession. That confession is talking about the Buthelezi brothers, and it says that the Buthelezi brothers and Muzi, the Buthelezi brothers, Marco or Makimba, I don't know, found Muzi and they meet up. After they met, they talked about a job that they must do where Kelly Kumalo is sending them to go and analyze Senzo Meyiwa. And then the so-called confession also tells us that Senzo Meyiwa was killed on Sabbath day, which is a Saturday, on the 25th of October 2014. That confession also talks about the two accused, which is Marco and Makimba Buthelezi, and one of them is Qinselani Buthelezi. Same name that they used when they went to arrest Dansi. Did they call him Qinselani or they called him Sianda Qinselani Buthelezi? Didn't they call him that? Do you understand my confusion on this thing? Because now where I'm sitting, I'm thinking, so why is Baloyi talking about this the entire time? Why is he going over and over on it as if it's going to take us somewhere? I don't understand. Can someone educate me? Because shame, I do need that damn education when it comes to this. I am failing to understand. That's why I'm asking. Because we were told that this is misleading. I thought because of the word misleading, we are never going to touch on it. Okay? But now we are doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to from within this confession of misleading. Didn't they say it's misleading? Then we have Judge Rata who's sitting there and says nothing. Why is Judge Rata not talking and saying something about this confession? Why is he saying, perhaps I thought he was going to say, this is a waste of time because we were told that it's misleading. So why are you going back and forth from it? Why would you question someone on something that the IO said it's misleading? Am I making sense? Isn't Judge Rata supposed to say something when it comes to that? Okay, we'll do an entire video when it comes to that. But for now, when it comes to this confession, there's a lot of things. We've got Makimbi, we've got Marco Buthelezi, but on the dock, we've got Mube, we've got Mapisa, we've got Ntuli, we've got Sibiya, we've got Dansi. That does not make sense. It's springing, or it's saying that it's screaming a lot of things that there was a plan. That plan did not work out. And then they had plan B, which is the second set of accused, which is accused number 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what this entire situation is screaming. And then for Baloyi to keep going back and forth to and from in that so-called confession, it's kind of telling a story. I don't know where is the judge missing in that. Why isn't he seeing it the way we are seeing it? Here, the comment section, YouTube, guys, ABC. Am I reading too much from that? Am I crazy? We have a lie it says Senzo was killed on a Sabbath. It also says the accused were Makimbi and Marco. Why are we discussing that when we don't have them on the dock? Okay, it says the mastermind is Kelly Kumalo, this one, and Ndanzi's so-called one. But now, why is Kelly Kumalo not accused number 6? You got the 5 accused that planned from an instruction of Kelly. You know that it's Kelly Kumalo. So why are you not arresting her? Do you see? There's so many things that are wrong when it comes to this, and no one is willing to see it for what it is. They are annoying us, guys. Literally, they are annoying us. They are trying us in that courtroom, and we have a judge that is not willing to judge. We have a judge that has decided, I'm not here. I'm not hearing you. We have a judge that seemingly, I've listened enough. I will make up my mind from what I've listened and made up my mind on. That's how tough the entire situation has become, guys. Now, we are dealing with anyone who's listening to this case. What are they supposed to think? Buthelezi brothers, Marco, Makimbi, they're hearing music currently. They just sit and listen. And they're like, they are not in court. Where is Marco? Where is Makimbi? Why now we have 5 people? Who are these other ones? What's going? Why do we have a set of people who are? Yay. I don't even remember what I must still look for Ndanzi's confession. Does it have Moses' name on it? The Senzo case is stressing, guys. I do not want to lie. It's quite overwhelming and stressing. There's a lot of things that are going on in our country, and we must deal with this nonsense, because this thing that is happening in that court, I believe I'm not the only one who feels like it's nonsensical. What is this now between? What on earth is happening in that courtroom of Judge Ratta? Sure. And also for Baloyi to go back and forth, talking about the confession that is not going to assist in anything. Perhaps he is trying to destroy or character assassinate Muzi on how much of a liar he is. Well, yeah, at this point, guys, I don't know. Okay? All I know is that I'm annoyed with Baloyi going back and forth. I'm annoyed with him. This is the 3rd week with Muzi. This is day 11 with Muzi. Muzi, Friday, it was 10 days with Baloyi. Today, day 11. As if Baloyi is the one that is leading evidence. The way he's going on, it's as if he is the one that is leading evidence. I've never seen something like this. Honestly, I've never seen something like this, guys. And the other thing, the guys, they're trying, Shem. Objections. I need them to push harder. They need to push harder. Shem. They are doing them fine, but they need to push more. They must add more there. They must add more. They must come through. Sure. Son, no wonder Usenzo's mother is saying this is a drama court, and she does not watch the drama. No wonder also Auntie Kasenzo said that she doesn't understand why an old man must be taken from retirement to come where they no other judges. These are the reasons. The results are out there. They are showing off. Why is Judge Ratta not calling his courtroom into order, guys? Yo. Hi, son. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Senzo Meyiwa, according to the so-called confession of Moses Sibiya, was killed on a Sabbath. That was a Saturday. So why are we discussing that while us in South Africa knows why is that even supposed to be in court records? While all of us in South Africa knows that Senzo Meyiwa died on a Sunday, on the 26th of October, 2014. Why are we having that conversation, Baloyi? Really now? Yo, this man. Anyway, I'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.